Okay. Round 2 of this. I think we fixed the audio problem by just shoving the microphone straight in my face. It's no longer off camera, it's now just right here. But that should fix the audio problems we had last time, and everything's looking pretty good. Okay, all the little bars and things are up. Nothing's looking bad. I'm just doing extra checks this time after what happened last week. So, off we go. Where were we? Nuzlocke is Zorbird City. Right, and follow-up question. Where is that? Let me just open up all of my usual reference thingies. Because I don't know typings. Orbird's straight east. So as a reminder, or if you couldn't tell because the audio problems last week, why is everything going bad? There we go. Right, so we're not doing a nuzlocke because those are stressful and I don't want to deal with that. Instead, it's going to be Nuzlocke Light, because it's a Muffin lock. So Muffin is not portraits. Pokemon. Muffin is absolutely immortal and can never die because Muffin is perfect. Hello. Just going over what happened last week because of all the audio issues. So yeah. It might say Muffin hit 0. Muffin did not. Muffin is immortal. All the others will follow Nuzlocke rules of getting rid of them. But we're not gonna care about what level everything is, and we're not gonna stay under the next gym because I can't be bothered to look that up and don't care enough. And that's pretty much it. If the microphone's gonna be straight in my face the whole time, I at least put a little muffin hanging from there. Oh, that's a bud, so flying would be good here. Growl, that's great. So yeah, the idea is we're gonna do a Nuzlocke, but without any of the stress, just to get the hang for how this whole thing works, and we'll do a proper one at some point. It's not gonna be soon, because this is admittedly kind of a filler thing, because this week we're doing this. Next week we're doing this. The week after that, Pokipia comes out. So we need to play that, and charm, and make our little island a giant Muffin monument. I am really hoping Muffin's in that game. I hope they put Muffin into Pokipia. I've tried to stay as blind as possible, in the sense that I have not looked into what is and isn't in there. Bird, Muffin is also pretty low. We don't have a lot of options right now. Tackle it is. Especially only level 4, never mind. I was distracted because things were happening. I was trying to work everything here. But the level 4, just tackle. We're done. Don't overthink it. Will you switch which one? To a Starly? We do have Thundershock. Pokemon games have the best music. None of these are super effective into a Badoo. Oh, actually it's a Badoo, so the Mrs. Bird would have been. I think. Yeah, flying is effective into a grass. I am silly. It is a lot harder to play on camera when you're also talking and dealing with all of that. You know what? I am really low in the camera. Can I like tilt this down a little? Okay. There. We already caught our Pokemon in this route, I believe. Yeah. Because around that city, we made sure to touch everything we could for the experience. Chop. So that's definitely a Mrs. Bird moment. Effective, plus my chop fainted. This is verse 10. Wait, did we catch something? Because they wouldn't have let us pass before. So I might have actually not caught something on this route. Because like, oh no, you must go to the school and do all that stuff. I no longer remember. Orbit City. Gym Backstage. She says she got the gym badge from Orbit City, but she has a level 5 Starly. How did you manage to get the gym badge from the Orbit gym with a level 5 Starly, where they'd be super effective into you and you're level 5? Clearly she is the best trainer there ever was. Yes, to our lowest, which is actually Magikarp. We don't want. Well, lowest is not Magikarp. Rollout is a rock type. That actually would be super effective into birds. That'd be a good way of leveling Muffin. I don't actually need to rely on Shins for that. Muffin's not 10. Because of this, I don't know if we're gonna evolve Muffin this run or not. Cancel. At some point, we're gonna have to decide this run, because it's are we going to evolve Muffin? Or are we sticking with Muffin is Muffin and does not evolve because she is a Bidoof and not a Bibarel? Yeah, good question, right? Like, in the interest of the run, the obvious choice would be to evolve Muffin. Like, what are the stats here? Like, what are we actually looking at? If we look at Bidoof, yeah, those stats are very. This is a Route 1 Pokemon. But evolves into Bibarel at 15. Okay, that's coming up soon, and the stats go up significantly. I'm not gonna lie and say Bibarel has great, amazing stats, but it's a whole lot better than Bidoof's. Okay, so we did you. So now we're gonna use Stewie a lot. This attempt contains the move Rock Smash. City. But this is a new area, so we can catch the first thing we come across here. So whatever this is, please be like a Geodude. Thank you. I don't even know what the other options are here, but a rock type would be great. Pokemon. Oh, right, the other thing that we said was, I really don't, I was still, let me just catch the thing. To avoid stressful things with the normal Nuzlocke rules, because this is just a practice run to get used to them and not a proper Nuzlocke, I will catch the first Pokemon I catch. So like there, if I tried to weaken it first and accidentally knocked it out, and it fainted, I would just catch the next one and move on. It's not like we're calling that route done. Just to remove all the stress while we get into them and then deal with it later. We would... I didn't actually look at a good name for Geodude. What is Geodude? Look it up. It's the blank Pokemon, right? What is that blank? Rock Pokemon. Okay. It is Rock. Wait, Rock is a name. Look, there we go. Rock Sets. I missed the Y. You know what? Done. Its name is Rock Sets. There we go. Bob, Pierre. See, Pierre's clever. That's actually clever. So that's what we named it. That's a clever name that I should have thought of at the time, but didn't. So, that's what we named it. Add to party. That is what we named it. That was the first Geodude we caught. We entered the cave, we found a Geodude, we caught it. I'm pretty sure that is the order of events as things happened. We need to get some levels on you. Yeah, we need to fight everybody for the experience. Yeah, Title's not going to do much into a little rock. Unfortunately, Title's not going to do much if you're 2 levels under them. Two levels under and intimidated for lower attack. There's the crit. Rock polish. Yeah. What does that polish do? Sharply raises the user's... That's right, it's super effective. I totally forgot about that. Guess we're swapping away from you. That was 2 health too close. Also not into you. You have a super effective into it. That was, we almost got and lost Pierre quick. Seven. Psyduck. Psyduck is water, so Flash would be good into it. Because of its whole thing with its headache, I keep thinking Psyduck is water psychic, but it is not. It's just water. And we're here. City of Energy. Now we sit on gym bed and turns to look down on you like you're a total noob, right? So should we tell you? I mean, we are though. Here we go. So if we ignore duplicates so we don't catch Geodude, I think the only one left here is Onyx. Oh, there's a Zubat, never mind. names for a bat. And there we go. Let's find a good bat name. What does Google provide? Cute names for a bat. Oh. Either the level that can. Sonic, that's awful. Okay, let's try that one again. Come on, Muffin, just don't be confused. Okay, that's the opposite of not being confused. Let's try this again. That was 3 in a row. You'd be weak to absorb. I think you're fine. You would do a lot of damage, so don't use the electric move. Okay. Can you not be confused? That's 4 in a row. So we've had plenty of time to think of a bat name. Don't have a lot, gonna be honest. It fully healed from just those little absorbs. Welcome to the team, Mrs. Bat. I mean, Flash got its name by just being the Flash Pokemon. So we'll see what Zubat is. Probably like the Bat Pokemon. It does not take Zubat, actually. Wait, I didn't. What type of Pokemon? What Pokemon is Zubat? Yes, it is the Bat Pokemon. Okay. You are Bat. Names beginning with Bat. The first name that Google spat out at me is Badish, which is true. Zubat is kind of badish, so yeah. Thanks, Google. It's kind of badish. you know? It's a little bat-like. I just replace Mrs. Bird. Because that way we have poison. And we still have a flying type. On that note, though, people are pretty low. Actually, because the ground move, or grass move, sorry, Badish is both good in the mine and terrible because of the flying. Pokemon, what do we have here? What moves do you actually have? Do you have... Absorb, Supersonic, Astonish. That is... a move list. So that actually means we lost access to flying without... It was a flying type. I assumed we got flying moves, but apparently not yet. We'll just... Yeah. Although we're expecting to be Machop, not normal cave stuff. So we actually put you up here for the experience strength. That's what you're partners. You don't even battle us. Chop chop! That did nothing. That was a crit and did nothing. Supersonic. Avoided the attack. That was not my experience with Supersonic when it was used against us. 55, eh? Avoided the attack again. Of course it did. There we go. Do we have anything good into this? No, we do not. Not Muffin, that's for sure. Actually, I guess this is stronger into fighting types than Mrs. Bird was, because we're no longer normal. So, in that way, this is better. And now we're back to full. Revenge. Not very effective. I strongly disagree. That's the not very effective. Let's just not be involved in that. At least quite a bit stronger. Like, quite a bit stronger. quite a few levels. Dew is 12. Pierre's 9. Flash is 12. Bite. Yes. We're not gonna leer. I don't like charge, but leer is even worse. If leer was sharply removed, done. But see, one single rock type and Badish is down. That is way too risky. Super high risk, mediocre reward. Never mind, it would have tackled, it would have been fine. Badish is now 8. No. We can't do it that way, okay. Oh, let's just... Okay, we are actually pretty low level for this. Yeah, like way too low. Let's go get. Actually, I don't know if the mine's a slightly higher level, but we're gonna go over there because that's. I don't care if we're over leveled because I'm not gonna bother looking up everyone, but I looked up this one because I'm like, I'm sure it's above 10. And it is. It is well above where we are. So we're just gonna quickly make it so that we're at least kind of on level. Okay, super effective. That did a lot less than I was hoping it would. And I don't think we can do anything about it now, because it's bind it. Down? Bind it. Because it's... Okay. 6% speed. Speed is fine. If it doesn't do too much right here, we're good. Okay. There's not 9, there's 10. Roll out. Sure. I mean, raise defense is kinda nice. Sandstorm's just good. Raises speed. I'm more likely to use defense troll than rock polish. Muffin's 11. Magic Trip's 10. Just encounter anything we can just for leveling up. Encounter literally anything. There we go. You are the lowest level, okay. Again, assuming they don't use any rock types, we're good. Drained. Sandstorms. That's, I mean, more of a mild annoyance than anything else. If all it does is sandstorm, it's fine. So the gym's 12 to 14, which is why our level like 8 and 9 was not okay. Being a little under, sure, but being like 3/4 of their level is a bit problematic. Leveling a flying type in a cave is, weird. Stewie's 13. This is the part that if I still edited my videos before putting them on YouTube, I would just compress this whole thing into like 10 seconds and say, then I just grinded out levels to make sure I wasn't too underleveled and move on. mean much. At least now it's significantly closer. Oh, in hindsight, I never did change my stream from saying there was a test stream facing technical difficulties. What even is this? Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. We're just having more Muffin adventures. There we go. Now it's no longer a test stream facing technical difficulties. Should have fixed that, what, 45 minutes ago? But, whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Flash to 13. If anybody hits 14, we're stopping. Because for this first gym, apparently we do care about level, because if I'm gonna level grind to be on par with them, I'll at least stop when we're at their level and not intentionally go past. Well, actually, you're relative. Oh no, because if it has absorbed, it can be super effective into that. Same with you. So, Muffin with rollout. Yeah, theirs doesn't miss. That should be super effective, and then it only gets stronger, so this next one should do even more. So that should do enough, assuming this works. And it did. There we go. There's 11. That's better. So we should get paid as a miner, right? Because like we're clearing out so much of the rocks from this cave that we count as a miner. Also, we're like what, 10? So we're also a miner. Where are all the rocks? There we go. That's level 10. Sandstorm, okay. Why couldn't Tarpir have been 10? That would have been so much better. The 5 or whatever we taught it at. Even Badish was like 7. At least they do nothing. I've done so little, I should have started with Magikarp and swapped into Zubat and leveled both at the same time. That would have been the smart thing. Oh, it does have rollout, it just never used it. Oh! Okay. Well... Okay. We'll just take that out real fast. Guess we're not using Badish. Welcome back, Mrs. Bird. So anyway, so much for all of that leveling. I mean 11, so actually that still went up a level. So let's just go for the gym, but we'll use Stewie because water type's good here. We have a very bad team for this. Like that, and that, so we basically just have Muffin and Stewie. That's fine. That's very fine. Muffin's 12, Magikarp's 11. Switch no, because nothing else will be good here. We're never gonna use that. Raise its defense. To raise its defense. Is there a difference between Defense Troll and Harden? Or Defense Troll has 40 Is Defense Troll just objectively better Harden? Defense Troll. Harden. Defense, yeah, that's what it does. By one stage. They're both normal. Defense. Curl. Wait, whoa, hold up, 1 second. Sorry, I need to let something up here. Rollout's power is doubled in addition if the user had previously used Defense Troll. Okay, so apparently Defense Troll, and just as they're already trolled up, doubles the power of Rollout. So not only does Defense Troll have 10 more PP points, whatever usage counter, than Harden for the same effect, it also boosts Rollout, making Defense Troll just in every possible way objectively better. Okay, do you want to leave a plan having to put him on the Harden? Yes. Harden is terrible. Also just one here, look at these. Protects the Pokemon from recoil damage. Lowers Pokemon's accuracy. Does more to female Pokemon, less to male Pokemon. Stat changes are doubled. Boost speed and rain. Okay. Partially lowers the target's attack, lowers their attack. Okay, so Charm is just a better grow. Not in the same way Defense Troll's better Harden, but still. Mrs. Bird's not 12. No. Faster. Oh, that's dirty. That's fine. That's fair. That's fine, because then Water Gun just hits it on. Flash is now 14, but that's not really great at this gym. Wait, switch Pokemon from Cranidos? No. So this guy has a level 12 on it, so level 14 Cranidos. And how did that lady get the gym badge with a level 5 pitching? I see. If it's an tackle, then Mrs. Bird will take the hit fine. So if we swap like this, and then it doesn't use a rock move because we have, because it should tackle again. I forgot about the spikes, to be fair. Or headbutt, not tackle. Okay. Muffin then? Headbutt. Then we just chill up a bit. I think I did less than 20? Okay, new plan. Because we have water moves here. That's even better. And we did it without losing any Pokemon. Like, Mrs. Bird's at like 1, but it's fine. Sure. Because Growl's just worse than Charm. Mrs. Bird's 13. Double team. Raise evasiveness. I mean, that's just kind of better than Growl. And our first badge. Stealth Rock, which is apparently good. I'm just gonna also... This spot's 1. Move you here just to remember later. Oh, and you don't exist. That never happened. So now we want to head on this adventure. Where are we going again? I think, right, we can't even go that way, that's a mine, so to backtrack, then go up? Who's the lowest? 15, 13, 13, 15, 12, 11. So we're gonna use Magikarp who swaps into Bidoof. Eterna City. Oh, we can catch something here. Because this is like north of the city in a different route, right? Never mind, still jittery. Probably for the better, because then we can go take a bike up and get something like better along here. We can get rid of that, right? Or is that only... Done. Nine. Where is Eterna City? That's this one. Okay, so we go through Floaroma to get to Eterna. Right, the businessmen. They're just businessmen. Why are we being so mean to them? And then swap into Muffin. And just one shot that wormhole. Roll out. There we go. That's a pretty solid intro there. Magic's 12. See, they're benevolent to all. They're just businessmen who are benevolent. I don't see the problem. %90 of all Pokemon are tied to evolution. I would be really curious at looking at the numbers. That contest, right? When we got to prove that Muffin is the cutest. Oh, our Magikarp's so much better than theirs. Lowest level is still Muffin, so we'll swap over there. The magic carpet speeds us, that's kinda sad. That's fine. So polite about it. Yeah, super effective on that. That's the best one I got. Poison. Well, that's awful. Okay. We're gonna have to run back and heal. Because poison is gonna be a problem. And we're just leaving the tent, so we're still close by. And if we don't heal it now, that's gonna be a problem later. Especially with Nuzlocke like rules. We're gonna wanna not deal with that. Always do it too much. There we go. Off in this place. What an oddly specific suggestion. What are we touching here? We already have a Zubat. Kind of. At least we don't anymore. Does that still count? It's like level 4, so at least we catch it. There we go. This is the second one. good, but yes. I mean, that's just significantly better than tackle. Granted, significantly fewer uses, but still. You're the second one. So you're bat 2. I thought we're gonna end up with bat 3 soon. That is very true, as we saw with the Muffin only run with the fighting gym. The only real good super effective move would be on Bird. And that's why we didn't use Stewie, even though he also has flying move. Kirby's almost adorable. Bug Pokemon? I think they are great snacks for Mrs. Bird. Wormhole, no, we're not going to switch. Miss percent 13. What? Mrs. Bird is evolving? Mrs. Bird evolved to Staravia. In search of bug Pokemon, then it's really convenient that we evolved off a Bug Trainer. Okay. We'll put you here. And we'll swap into you. Never mind, we're not gonna have a fish and a bird. This is the worst 2 Pokemon we could have had here. Okay, so you're swapping up for the ground type. And you're swapping out for the Muffin. That could not have been a worse set of 2 Pokemon. Quick attack, that's fine. Never mind, if neither of them use an electric move, then we're good. Apparently Defense Curl is the way to go, which also buffs rollout, so let's do that. And it makes it so that their future quick attacks do less. So that should have double the power. Growl does both? That's so good! Attack fell. Partially fell. Oh, because everything's doubled for Okay, that's not. Oh, that's a crit. Yeah, that's pretty awful. There's now 14. I really like quick attacking Muffin. Magikarp's 13. Flash is 15. Stewie 16. Flash is evolving. Let's go. It claws loose electricity. Like it just finds electricity lying around loose. And Stewie's evolving. 2 evolutions back to back. Just after Mrs. Bird evolved. Into a Prinplup. Every one of them believes it is the most important. Well, ours is correct, so it's fine. I mean 40 to 50. Charm. Yeah, let's do that. We got a Bullet Seed. And you know what? Actually, we're halfway. Let's just open our pack now. We're in the net city. Let's just do it now. Substrate. Go over to layer. Make me full screen. Let's see what we did in this week's pack. Hopefully something interesting this time, eh? We got... a Flabébé. And... a Timber. He gives it his best punch. Aaron. Oh, does it want to focus on this one for some reason? I have the camera at a different angle than normal because I moved everything around, so it's a little awkward to align while staring at my laptop. Oh, a Spinarak? And a Muffin on the card. It's red. It is indeed a red Flabébé. Do they have cards in all the different Flabébé colors? Do we need to collect these and have like each Flabébé color? Aggron. Right after the Aaron, so that's convenient. Clefable. How do they make Metronome Mortals a card? Just one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Okay, that's kinda great, but nowhere near as great as Metronome. Should be. Truck. He's just named Truck. He is a Truck. Heal 70. That's a lot of heal. What's the guy's name again? Poltergeist. And Revavroom. Right, that would be great if they had red, blue, orange, yellow, and white Flabébé cards. Rally back, rally charge. And a Palafin EX. Out of all the, I mean, it is cool. We did get a cool fancy card. Technically, we did. We already got one of those, but we now have two. Would have been cool to have any other cool fancy card, but you know it's hard to complain. So yeah, we got something. Then a Fire Energy, and this code here for whoever wants it. There you go. Yeah, it's fancy, but it's the exact same other fancy card we already got. Yeah. So you know, I'm not gonna complain. We got a fancy card, so like, that's pretty good. It's just for collecting purposes. That's yeah. Okay, don't want this. Why is that going crazy? Okay. And back to switch. Let's continue on. Right, where are we going? Barry wants to Eterna City. And Eterna City is... This, oh, we have that whole thing with the Windworks, right, okay. Gratitude, some nutrition to the Sense Parks. If it's for gratitude, I should send flowers to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. So we need to go this way. Help, trainer. Here's the Valley Windworks. So keep everyone out without parting method. Let's battle him for it. So let's swap out to who's lowest. Still Muffin. But now we have Headbutt. Stretch. Let's see here. If I go to... just looking at the Bebe cards. They're all red. There's 5 cards here, and everyone's red. Cards. Here's a bunch more Flabébé cards. Every single one of them is red. Every Flabébé Pokemon card is a red Flabébé. Really? Huh. So there goes that. I mean, another way of looking at it, rather than saying, oh, they never made all the other colors, the optimist would say, we finished our Flabébé collection. We have one on every colored flower that they printed cards for. Done. Chunk. Okay. So we need to go to the flower patch up this way. Not you. We are gonna swap into you. Then we do the wind attack. Trying to deal with too many things at once. Is gonna switch to Celltune, so we are not gonna swap. Okay, so we will swap out to Pierre, who has a rollout. And hope it hits. Oh, right, he has a boom. It does nothing. Okay, we're fine. Is now 15. Really tough. Oh, tougher than put into words, and he knows a lot of words. Do. There we go. So after the wind works, we go. Then we go to Muffin, because he's the lowest and needs it the most. It'll be so nice when we get to about 20 and Magikarp doesn't have to do this anymore. Okay. Just do enough damage anyway, that's fine. As long as they don't attack, it just doesn't matter too much. Okay, so we're doing the Valley Windworks, and then I really don't remember which. Between this and Eternal City, I don't remember it at all. I'm just glad that being poisoned no longer hurts you just as you walk around. It's only while you're in battle. That's a nice change. Sure. Who's next lowest, besides Mr. Fish? I guess we'll just Magic Harp and swap it down. Pokemon... Nobody's super effective. Sure, why not? Bird. Go for it. Sure, when you tap, it's the strongest thing. So we need to heal Muffin, because poison's a thing. Then we have to use our last remaining potion too. You know what? We're gonna do it. Run all the way back. Now Muffin won't be poisoned anymore. So 205. Valley Windward, so we could catch something here. I guess we should do that. I'm worried that's gonna do too much. I guess Muffin. As you recommended Bob before today, we'll just name the Whizzle Bob. He seems like a Bob. Sure, headbutt should be fine. When air fills the shuttle net, then sun balloons like an inner tube. It is Bob. Not what I meant to do, but come on, there. Bob Whizzle. Send to our bots. At least we have a backup one now. I feel like wasting a turn swapping out the Magikarp is gonna be a problem. Never mind, I'm spending turn swapping anyway because super effective is too good to pass up. Don't be confused. Just don't be confused. Thank you. I mean, that works, I guess. Sport is a 60, so bite. Try that one again. Bite. That's what I get for not telling it to just not be confused. Sure, yeah. Defense drop. And then roll out. Okay, that did a lot of damage. Oh, it's a crit, that's fine. And hindsight rollout was a little risky, because now she swaps into her Zubat. And as we've seen, Zubat is really good into Geodude. So, let's start with Rock Throw. Yes! Yes, we want Rock Throw. I don't like having just rock types, but Defense Troll rollout seems fun. And Sandstorm's good, so yeah. This is 16. This is Bird is 16. Muffin's 15. The one we would want is 4 health, so not that. I mean, we do still have rollouts, so this still works, and they're not super effective into a snap. So I mean, it works out. And then, did it really hurt? Yeah, it's already, almost doesn't matter actually what we did. Just do 17. Okay. Muffin is a Bidoof. We can always decide to evolve later. So now we can finally go past. Up this way. Yes. So we want Stewie for this. That's definitely a Stewie moment. And one more, we're good. If we fish like here, will we finally catch something besides a Magikarp? Or is it one of those old rod as a Magikarp only thing? Never mind. Doesn't matter. We can catch something here though, because it's Route 2 of something and not the Windworks. So we can catch a Pachirisu, which I forgot to swap away from Mrs. Bird back to Mr. Fish, so yeah. Either way, we're swapping away from them to anything else. There we go. One more and then we'll catch it. I should double check how many Pokeballs we would have. It's the Ellisquirrel Pokemon. I guess they're being named Ellisquirrel. Yes. You are Ellisquirrel. Because that's just a fun name. Oh, I accidentally added a space. Okay, you're Ellisquirrel. That's a good name. Before I forget again. Those Ets items are great. I mean, the trip wasn't very big, so whatever. 50, 95 accuracy, that's fine. Then we'll go to 100 accuracy now that it's lower. We switch, level up Magikarp some more. Then go into Bird because we're super effective into it that way. Matchup 16. It learned Tackle! Magikarp can attack! Switch Pokemon. Look who can attack now. Not very effective. That's what they want us to believe. Look at that. Look at that damage. They say it's not very effective. But that round of battle, only one Pokemon lost health. Just saying, you know? One of us lost health and the other didn't. So... one of us was more effective there. Oh. That thing needs to go down fast. Because now rollout happens again. But we go first, So if we water gun it to make sure it's 100 accuracy, it's okay. Tackle! We outspeed it! Our fish is faster! Attack fail? You can't drop what's already 0. Attack fail again? Doesn't even matter. That actually does matter. That's annoying. But fine, as long as it's not hitting us at all, we're good. I would rather they raise defense than lower our defense, so. Tackle! It's too late. Our fish frenzy is already won. Tackle. Go, Magikarp. Finish this. Magikarp is unstoppable. Learns Tackle and immediately takes out his next Pokemon. Having said that, yeah, Stewie's low. We're not swapping into Stewie anytime soon. Which is fine, because we'll just use Bird. And Wind Attack. Of course, plus a point. Muffin to 16. Nope. And we go back to heal. Because we have a poisoned Pokemon, we have a Muffin at like 7, I think. I think you'll be, yeah, super effective. Around this way. I mean, we do have a water type here, so I mean, it is the optimum choice. Not very effective, but we're better off just use Stewie here. What is... Okay. Then we swap into Stewie. That's going to be the trend, I think, for all these hikers. And one more. Time for bird. I keep having to adjust so that I can't sit like comfortably with my... I injured my foot the other day, and now I'm just trying to find a way to comfortably sit where I have to keep adjusting that. Endeavor. This head cuts down the Earth history to equal the users. No. I feel like not on Mrs. Bird, but there's gotta be something to do with Endeavor. Is there anything down here? That's the way we came. But there's also this person. So I know he said that like swapping into Stewie was going to be the trend, and then the next two people we want to not Stewie. Flash is 18. Spark, yes. Because that's 65 compared to 40. So that's just better than Tackle. Ta-da! Swamp and Fish for the experience. That has 50. And only 90 accuracy too. One more. There's now 18. Smackdown. What does that do? A flying Pokemon farther down is hit. I mean, they're both 15 uses. This power 50, actually 90, actually 100. Throws a stone or similar projectile, picks up and throws a small rock. This one, this is just better. Okay. Oh, Rother and then Smackdown. Yes. Yeah. Smackdown is just a better rock throw. Right. How many Pokeballs do I have? Well, we don't use that many. It's only one per route, right? So I still have 13. And there's just this little ledge here. Why is there a little ledge here? I don't think that's how you growl. Okay. It seems weird they have a bed just like in their kitchen. Like if they swapped the bed and the table and chair, it would at least kinda make sense. They'd have a table and chair in the kitchen with like a dining room kind of thing attached to it. And then have the bed in the bedroom / living room. Like if you only have one room in your house, living room and bedroom together makes perfect sense. Kitchen dining room together makes perfect sense. Putting the kitchen in the bed, the bed in the kitchen, and the chair and table in the living room, that's just silly. This house is backwards. Well, the furnished backwards. All that to say, I don't like the interior decor of that Pokemon house. Yeah. Is there something up this way? Oh, this is the shortcut that we can't do yet. Right. You just don't rest up here again. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Right, this is a new area, so the first Pokemon we find here we catch. Is there anything around that way? No. I'm trying, because of that, I'm trying not to just walk through any grass patch. I don't think it really matters, but, you know, it does. What Pokemon do we have out at the start? That's fine. Swap into here. How do you poison a rock? It's actually just a rock. Yeah. Muffin's at 17. Yeah, it's okay with taunt. Let's do this 19. Bubble Beam, yes please. You know what? We're not gonna use Charm. I do like harshly lowers our attack stat though. I do like Charm. Well, that's nice that our poisons is gone. That is amazing. Okay, time to actually deal with this patch racer now. I spent a lot of time this stream just trying to take care of everything else going on. Having said that, there's not a lot going on here. Okay. We do have a super effective. Okay. Swap it for flash. Never mind, don't use splash. Got it. Bird. That's what I meant. Let's send him Bird. There we go. One of them's down. That's big. Being fully healed after every battle is wonderful. Encountered 2 wild Baneri. Actually, you're lowest here. Critical hit on the wild Baneri. Will that take out the low health one? Yes, it will. Yes, that should be fine. it's hard to come up with much to even say about this. Like, it's just, we're just going through the forest. We're fighting a million bugs. Just keep doing this. Which is why I'm just taking care of, like, making sure everything's still running smoothly after last week. Doing other stuff like that, and just barely paying attention to the games. It's just Mr. Burst 20. Why can't Magikarp be 20? That would have been nice. Nothing's effective, right? In that case, Muffin it is. Yeah, just headbutt, I guess. Okay, so I'm just hitting about 20. We're getting there. We're almost to the forest, I think. Just one more pull down. Flash is now 20. Magikarp's only 1.5 levels away. Almost there. Let's do this again. especially while training up Magikarp, so we start with him and swap in. It's just the first turn is nothing. Can we just get this done already? Jar of honey. Okay. At least we're getting decent experience-ish. Kind of. You know what? These are still too low level. No, let's just not. Okay, we made it through the forest. And that's the shortcut once we can use Crab. In the forest. Okay, you can battle some of them, good. And we'll swap into our electric type. Can we catch a Godin here? Magikarp battle time. No, we have our Magikarp. If he wants a Magikarp fight, then a Magikarp fight he'll get. Muffin's now 19. No. Oh, he has hits at least. We got through that one too. We're halfway through these. So, exciting stuff, eh? Riveting. Technically, because I've leaned back so much now, I can actually say I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. So, yeah. We are winning though. In the Great Magikarp competition, ours is undefeated. Okay, this is the last one? Yes. Okay. You've been splashed so much now. Our Magikarp has been thoroughly splashed. One more. And then we win the Magikarp fight. Last one. And there we go. No, Muffin isn't. Okay, so we did that once just to say we won the Magikarp fight. We are not doing that again. We are not doing Magikarp. Even if he has a million Magikarps, we're not. We have Flash for this. Okay, I know it's a Magikarp, and we have a Magikarp, and ours is better. But we're not gonna do that. Not even if it's just 3. No. I'm gonna have nightmares about that sound tonight. I'm just gonna be trying to fall asleep and just hear bloop, bloop, bloop. At least it's not a Magikarp. It's something different. We're doing something different now. Look at that, something different. At least you have tackle. Yeah. But we're not doing that anymore. We did once. We beat the Magikarp guy with our Magikarp. But yes, at least you have tackle. We didn't have to sit through 40 splashes to get to struggle to use that. We won the Magikarp fight with tackle. Because you use tackle when you go fishing. Turna City. And on that note, this is probably where we're going to call it for tonight. Because it's 9:50 and about the time it would stop now anyway. And we just got to the city, so it's a convenient place. So let's just call it here for now. And next week we'll do this one more time before Pokipia comes out. So thank you for joining everybody, and have a a shining week.